Hello ladies and gentlemen, SeKo Drinkcraft having some bubblegum vodka, casting some Starcraft replays. This one's a little bit dated. I didn't see anything really cool that came out recently, so I decided to go back in time, and I found some great Liquid Taeja games. Who's playing for Root? We've got Yugioh, as that person was good enough to be able to say for this individual. So you can tell this was done on April 1st because we got the April Fool's workers happening here, which is fantastic. I'm completely cool with that. LiquidTaeja is somebody, I'm not going to say I looked up to, because I can say you look up to somebody that's the best in the world. But he was a Terran that was doing amazing at the end of Wings of Liberty, back when the Terrans were getting rolled by Zerg and Protoss. Somebody like myself, I call myself a patch Terran. Somebody that started doing really good when the Terran got all these buffs. So he was doing good before all that stuff happened, and I thought that's really impressive to take a look at. Playing on my favorite map, which I can't even remember what the hell the name of this. What the hell is the name of this map? Station S or some shit like that? I don't even know. But I've had some really crazy games on this map. For being so short, I've been having a lot of late game maps on this as well. And I'm interested to see what kind of style we get out of these two players. All the workers look the same at least, so that should be a little bit easier to keep track of. We do have the racks, it's going to be finishing up soon. Oh, I'll hit the fast forward button a little bit. We do have in the scout, that is from Yugioh. Looks like he might go and try to pressure the... Nope, he's just going to run right out. Who is that? I didn't even know. It is Yugioh. I'm sure nobody who's actually on the Take TV cast for the Teamstory Cup actually knows that that up there means Yugioh. So I can't blame them too much for that. We are going to have the expansion and then the pool. Both of these seem a little bit delayed, which is fine. I think he did that on purpose in order to get out even a bigger worker lead. We do have the one racks expand. We're going to come down and shoot the rocks there, of course. Taeja is scouting this, so I'm sure he should feel exactly fine with what he runs into at this point. The difficulty with all the workers looking the same, that unless you really look at the color closely, you can't really tell which one's which. More Marines coming out. Overlords going to the standard places, which is great. So you know we're going to see any of these pro players losing them to single Marines running out trying to find them, which is something that I've done a lot on my... Oh, is he going to get it? Well, obviously Taeja knows the play of Zerg in this matchup, so he's going to try to take out that Overlord. This is what happens when you get to a really elite level. You don't even know yourself super well as much as you know exactly what your opponents are going to do. Two Overlords are on the way right now for Yugioh, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal. He won't be supply blocked for very long when that goes down. Speed is on the way, a couple of lings coming out. 4 as a matter of fact, but speed's a long ways off, so a couple of Marines will be able to kite that without too much problem. In fact, he's got 3 down there as it is. Moving into factory, which is super standard. I can't remember the last time I've seen some sort of Terran versus Zerg where this has not been the case. No super fast third coming out of the Zerg player. 2 queens to the front, moving creep. There's no... Oh, he only has 2 queens in total. He has 2 more in production right now. He's got to keep up with those injects, which is really important. But it looks like he really wants to focus on using the queens as defense and for moving that creep along. 4 Marines should be plenty fine to deal with any type of attacks in the near future. What the hell? Oh, okay, well that makes sense. This should be, yep, the fast third. Not to blow a bunch of smoke up Taeja's ass, but only the most elite of elite Terrans that I've seen will go for the ultra fast third command center. It's such a statement of confidence. It's such a proficiency and desire of doing amazing. More drinks. Yes. That you feel confident enough to be able to go for this. Otherwise, the Zerg will be able to get that really big worker lead early on. Right now, though, it appears, well, the third base is down now, that there is some desire from Yugioh to go with some tech here in the near future. He does have 2 gases taken. It's interesting it takes 1 at each base. I think that's kind of funky. 2 hellions out. I'm surprised he didn't scout for the third yet. He should. That's a really big indicator as a Terran as to what to expect. Maybe not. Speed is finished for the Zerg player. Looks like you should be able to keep those hellions alive just fine. Yeah. 4 hellions should do alright. They're gonna come over here and pressure the front. All they want to do is try to deny creep tumors if they can. Sometimes you get lucky and you hit a morphing creep tumor and you can take it out really easy. Full wall off at the front, just the 4 marines. Behind this, well, he's researching stim, so I gotta assume his plan behind this is to go bio. Well, 2 engineering bays would tell that as well, I suppose. But he doesn't have any other production facilities. He will take out that overlord pretty fast, but there's no other barracks at all for Taeja. Really nice delayed banshee. This could be really effective if he gets it in there without any scout. There's, whoa, did he see it? Yeah, he did see that with the overlord, so he's already got spore crawlers on the way. There's no cloak for the banshee. Hopefully he just tries to keep them alive, get a little bit of map presence from those. Lair is just finally going down now. That's a little bit behind. 6 hellions should be enough to be able to deal with a fair bit of what's coming at him, but 3 queens will push that back without too much problem. Lots of bunkers here. Taeja must really have anticipated some sort of early pressure. It didn't end up happening. It is interesting with his investment into stim how late the rest of his bioproduction facilities are. I mean, there's really not much army happening at all for Taeja. Lots of lings out with speed. They'll take out that work without too much problem. 6 hellions will die to that many lings if you get on creep and you're not careful. Does take out a handful of lings there just for the hell of it. Banshee gets shoot away just fine. No 4th base from the Zerg coming out yet. That was a Banshee that got shot down. Pretty unfortunate there for Taeja. Spire on the way. Still making more drones. Finally getting his upgrades into play. Hellions aren't going to tangle with that too much. 3rd base on the way for Taeja. Falling a little bit behind in the supply, but as soon as the production buildings kick in for Taeja, we'll see that really turn around pretty fast. He's going to be up to 6 barracks pretty fast. Stim pack just finishes up. And he's going to go for the new modern style Widow Mine bio, which I am a fan of. I haven't really incorporated this lot into my gameplay. I've been more likely to go Hellbat Marine bio because of how effective Hellbats are versus anything the Zerg does just about. Lots of kills on these guys. It looks like they've been able to actually take out a lot of Zerglings. Queens are obviously going to shoot those away just fine. 4th base just started. We do have Lings scouting for those 3rds. Spire's about to pop. Not much resource bank sitting around. Whoa. Tried to go for the Hellion run by. Got maybe 6 workers out of that. Not really that effective. He loses all of his Hellions and his map presence are gone. Therefore you see the creep really starting to get out of hand here for the Zerg player. Tanks out. Wall down. The Zerg player has not put on any real pressure yet this game, you'll know. And while you notice that, I'm going to go and have a little bit more of a bubblegum vodka. Does manage to get one of the queens. I don't think he's going to get any more. He'll be able to pick up and get out of there just fine without losing too much. He's hoping to bait the Zerg player to run into some of these mines and get some bigger damage in. Lots of, well, 2-2 is already on the way for the Terran, but 2-2 for the Zerg is ahead of that. So I do like Yugioh's position, even if the supplies are equal at this standpoint. The creep spread is great, the bases are great, and the tech is ahead. 7 Mutalisks coming out. That's not really enough to do any sick damage. Turrets are already in place. He's got to worry about them workers there. And he'll pick up and get away again. He's just trying to take care of the creeps so that way that doesn't get too out of control. Ooh. Looks like one Muta got hit by a Widow Mine. They're going to come in here. Ooh. Maybe he'll get that drop though. Well, No, Taeja will get out his units in time. So he'll do alright with that. I thought he was maybe going to come down here and trap the mutas, but he didn't manage to pull that off. Taeja has been able to keep a good supply lead, showing off his really great mechanics at this stage of the game. Just Marines, no Marauders in this mix. A little bit of tanks, a little bit of other stuff. Gonna try to pick up most of his stuff and get away. It looks like this is gonna get intercepted by those Mutalisks though, and that will go down. Is he gonna get into though? Well, he gets one Muta. He's probably hoping to get a few more. Yes. I like the bubblegum flavor in general. It seems a little hokey for a vodka, but I think it's been quite tasty. Greater Spiral on the way. So it looks like we're seeing what the late game decision here is. There's no... Oh, there's the banelings. I was wondering why he was splitting preemptively, but nope, there's the banelings. Took out a lot of creep with that attack. Uh-oh, banelings. Watch out. Oh, good trades, good splits. He did fine with that. How many kills you got? 4. You're a recruit. I don't know where those guys are going. Why they're leaving the tanks? That's really funny. That is super aggressive. Well, you can tell what Taeja's plan is to really push along the top while he expands to the top. I like that a lot. That's pretty sick. Lots of static defenses going down. He is taking out all the creep as he goes up in this path here. Here comes the banelings. Nope. Tanks sieging up at the front. More and more banelings, so we're going to see a pretty big crash here soon. Mutas are coming in behind this, but there's not enough of them to deal with the bio. Here comes the baneling. Nope, no banelings. Tank's in a great spot to be able to hit your first shot off on any of those banelings. Is this going to go planetary? Yes, it is. I don't think that Yugioh is aware that's happening yet. Taeja's almost maxed, which is fantastic. Double drop at the back here. That'll do tons of damage. Here come the banelings though. He's not paying attention. No. He probably wouldn't be able to target down those banelings if he paid a bit more attention to it. Good split on those marines. Oh yes. Infestor tech coming out. Lots of upgrades still going for Yugioh. Holy crap. Those broodlords came out of nowhere. Yeah, he's gonna have to retreat now. Let's see if he picks up. Nope. It's good to pick up your tanks if you're in those positions. He is gonna have to try to pair his mech. He has no answer right now for these broodlords at all. And this base is in pretty big peril. If he doesn't... Does he know about this? No, he doesn't. If we look at Yugioh's vision, he doesn't have any idea where the Terran is at on the north whatsoever. So Taeja's a little bit lucky on that. Overseers can take 2 shots. 7 broodlords, no upgrades on the broodlords. Vikings are on the way. I figured he might put the Thor into high impact payload. Wow. Taeja's throwing away a fair bit of army to do this. Well, he's remaxing pretty fast. Oh wow, holy Christ. Taeja's all over the place. This isn't a good spot from here at the north. He's gonna have to pull back though. Lots of medevacs with almost no units in them. He's really got to try and save those medevacs and get them back because those are really expensive. Some marines just chilling out. Chilling like a villain. Poop and creep. Those medevacs are going to try to make it home. You want to keep those alive if you can. The creep is getting up here now, but he still doesn't know about that base. That's really kind of funny. I like watching Yugioh's vision on this. Keeping the injects going, which is nice. Trying to keep the creep moving. Lots of static defenses. I like that. It really helps you out as a Zerg player to try to keep your focus more organized. You see the Vikings in here. They're getting hit by the fungals. There aren't any corruptors, so the broodlords are going to have to pull back. He doesn't want to lose the infestors though. Looks like he will manage to get most of them out. Oh yes. Tanks out of siege mode. He does get the base kill. These fungals are pretty poopy. Pull back. Taeja! There's only 3 corruptors in here, so he'll actually be able to fight with this. I think that he doesn't see that there's only 3 corruptors. Oh, there's a couple of infested Terrans, but this is a bad spot for Yugioh. He doesn't have the corruptor count to be able to deal with this. Let's see if he ends up losing most of his broodlords here. This is a messy fight. There's nothing really that beautiful about what's happening here. I believe Taeja is going to try to trade these Vikings if he has to for taking down the broodlords. Lots of units streaming across the front. No run-bys or any other attacks by Yugioh. So it looks like Taeja's got a pretty good access to be able to push in here. Vikings are 0-0, Corruptors are 0-0. The Corruptors will win out against these Vikings though eventually. But only 2 broodlords are left at this point. He's going to try to run underneath. Nice stutter step micro. Killed off a bunch of workers there as well. This base is on its way back up, but it's still a long ways away. This is really, really chaotic. I'm really impressed with how Taeja's pushing into this. Particularly that he's on creep for most of it as well. That's just a messy, messy fight. Rallying over here, he'll move people in chunks. Let's try to take out the infestors. Nope. The medevacs are keeping these bio alive, even with all the broodlings chasing after them. Vikings taking pot shots. All the broodlords are now gone. High sec auto tracking. Why not, you know? Another command center for Taeja. Taeja's in a good spot though. Let's look at the income tab while this is happening. Oh, this is the GG. Income was pretty even. I don't even know how to describe that game. I thought that said Adolf, like Hitlerish, but maybe not. That was really interesting. If I was in that position, I would not have been as bold as Taeja was to push him with those units into that position. That was really, really impressive. That's why I like Taeja so much. The hero of the Terran people. Hope you guys like that. We got some more LiquidTaeja coming up soon.